3,
2,
1,
go.
Alright. Hi everybody, welcome to Flosstube number
Yeah. That too.
2! Thank you to all who watched our first video. I am so excited with just how many people was interested in watching my stitching and seeing my son and seeing me and just how many people subscribed and commented. It was awesome. And now he's gonna go play. Alright, go ahead. I just want to say thank you. And I know this sounds like every Flosstuber's second video, but I am so incredibly happy with the support that this community brings and the joy that this community brings. So thank you so much to everyone who commented, liked, and subscribed. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
He wanted to be in the intro, and then he's gonna go play his game now. So he'll be over there while I do this. Anyways, so thank you guys. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Just thank you for checking out my video. And if you're coming back, thanks for coming back. I'm glad to have you here. Well, let's just get right to it. I have one finish, and okay, but Luke, you gotta hold still or else you're gonna make a bounce. I have one finish, and I have gotten a little bit of progress on some of my other pieces. So let's go ahead and start with the finish. You ready? Yeah. So I was doing this one by the Drawn Needle and Thread. Merry Christmas. Okay. And it's not entirely finished. I still have some beads I need to put on, which I will be getting next week when I go to the cross stitch store. I'm so excited. But until I go there, it's just, I'm going to call it a finish because it's almost done anyways. So there we go. Merry Christmas. And the beads that I need go in the eyes of each of the birds. And then they need a star to go on the hats at the end. But as far as this is concerned, it is finished. Merry Christmas. By the Draw Needle Thread. Done 2 over 2 on 32 count. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember what the fabric is. If you're interested, just let me know and I'll tell you. But yeah, so got that done. Luke, you gotta stop moving, silly boy. Okay, so, okay, hold on. Alright, and we're back. You guys got knocked over, so I had to stop the video because he was bouncing on the bed. So he's now gone, which is fine. He wanted to play anyways, so. Anyways, so I finished out with my finish. Merry Christmas! I have a full collection of finished projects, but I'm horrible at FFOing projects. The only ones that I really am good at is ones that other people do for me. That's what I'm good at doing. So I want to make it a personal challenge to myself to FFO at least one project a month. That is gonna be tough for me. Some of you are just like, that's nothing. I do that in a day. I don't. So one FFO each month is going to be my goal. And you guys are going to be able to keep me accountable because within 2 floss tubes, if I don't have an FFO to show you, then I didn't do my goal. That's not including this month. I'm going to start that next month. So yeah, I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway to start. But I was just happy I got to finish it because, yeah, and I'm a very slow stitcher, so one finish is really good. Anyways, so we'll move on to now ones that I worked on throughout the last 2 weeks, and I will start with my focus piece, which is El Caballero by Laura Prindle. And here I will try to put comparison. So here's what it looks like, and I'll put a picture in before on what it did look like when you guys saw it last week. But here's what it looks like. My eyes are staring at you over the screen. Okay. Anyways, I was working a lot on the window right here. I got some more details put in, and I got a bit of this space done, and then some of the details up here. But again, I didn't get as far as I wanted, but it's okay. It's been a busy couple weeks, so I got where I got, and I'm just fine with it. I'll pick it up again once I come back from my trip next week. So I'll pick it up again because this one won't be coming with me just because it's on my scroll frame and it's not very easily transported, and I like it on my stand. So this one won't be coming with me. The Dark Beard Dragon will be coming with me, and February, my sampler piece will be coming with me, and then also we'll be doing a new start with my grandmother down there, so I'll have that to show you guys too. But my El Caballero is going to be staying here, and I will be working on it not next week, the week after next week. I'll get my days straight. So, the other full coverage piece that I worked on this past couple weeks was Stardust by Laura Brindle, and I will put up a picture of what it looked like before. And then this is what it looks like now. I'm exactly 23%. Last time you guys saw it, there was 2 columns right here that wasn't very well filled in, so I worked on filling in those columns and doing a little bit of confetti stitching. I'm going to try to get it to my diagonal stitching, which is what I like to do. So I'm starting to work at a diagonal up here, and then I'm just going to work a diagonal all the way through this top layer, and then start doing full diagonals when I get down to this next one. So the rest will just be done in full diagonals. So that's how this piece is looking. It is exactly 23% done. And when I work on my full coverages, the trio that is shifting through, I do, I say this, I do 1% on this piece, I do 1% on the Dark Beard Dragon, and I try to get done with 0.5% on my Grand Library because it's huge. So 1% will take a long time to get there. So I go to 0.5% is what I'm going to be doing with these guys. So next up, we'll go to the samplers that I worked on for the last 2 weeks. I've worked on 3 samplers. The one I finished, Merry Christmas. And then my Fox by the Cottage Garden. And I just released the next one that I don't have yet. It's the Bald Eagle, and I'm excited. I will say that it's not been my favorite so far, but it's still really cute, and I'm still gonna do it because it's in a series, so I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so last time you saw it looked like this. Now I have a little house, and I have a cheek. The fox's cheek in the little house. And it's super cute. Nice and easy, just to fill in. And this was about 3 hours of work. I work in about half-hour increments to an hour increments a day on my sampler pieces. And I like to time everything so I know how long it took me time-wise versus days. So I like to time myself on things. And right now, my current one that I'm working on that's in the rotation is February by Country Cottage Needleworks. Oops, I didn't take it out of the package. You guys know what it looks like. Ah, there we go. I'll figure it out one day. There we go. February. And this is what it looked like last time you saw it. That's what it looks like now. And I'm still working on this one. I've only put in 40 minutes so far of work. So I finished up February. It's all the way in. You guys can't see the mistake. Haha. I'm not going to change it. And then I got hearts in here, and I've got the windowsill started for the house. So that's my progress on February. And that's my overall progress for the last 2 weeks. Like I said, I haven't done as much as I wanted to, but everybody says that, and I say it too. I've been busy getting ready for this coming week. So next, I want to I have a little bit of haul. I've been inspired. I'm easily enabled when I watch other Flosstubers. If there's a pattern that I'm like, oh, what is that pattern? I pause the video and I go find it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. So I have a few things. And actually the first one isn't a pattern at all. I was watching the Country Stitchers. And I will, anyone I talk about, I will link down below because I think they're great Flosstubers and they're fun to watch. But they had this book that they found at Barnes & Noble, and it's called The Work in Progress. So whip. I'm like, that was perfect, and they thought it was perfect too, and it's right up my alley. I like to keep notes on everything I do, and now I can. So just, it looks like this. You've got graph paper on this side, and then your little notes that you could take on your projects. And so here's what mine is looking like so far. Don't mind my handwriting. But I love this, and I'm so excited to use this as my stitching journal so that I can keep track of all my projects, when I started them, how long it's taken me so far, and how many times I worked on them. So I am very excited to have this one. And again, Country Stitchers made that one appear in my home, basically, because they enabled me to buy it. Next up, all of these are enabled except for one. I was watching Cross Stitch Bunny. I've got my notes down here, that's what I'm reading. But Cross Stitch Bunny. And I've never heard of Emma Congdon before. And the Cross Stitch Bunny, she showed a couple of her patterns that she finished from Emma Congdon. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want those patterns. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. So I went on and I found 2 of her books. So this one's by far my favorite. This one's got a lot of cute ones, but I am a earth person and animal lover, all that stuff. And there are so many cute patterns in this. I mean, look at that. I want to do this one. I want to do this one. I want to do that one. I want to do that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Maybe that one. This one. Anyways, you get the point. There's so many cute patterns in here. And they're huge. They are big. But they're so cute and I just love them. And here's the patterns in cross stitch for the soul. And she has a new one that just came out, which is cross stitch for the heart, which there's a lot of cute ones in there, but they're not quite as my style. So I don't think I'm going to be getting that one, but here's for my soul. So many cute patterns. So Cross Stitch Bunny led me to Emma Congdon, and now I own 2 of her books. And actually, these were really good price. They were only $15 on Amazon. I got used copies, which I would never know that they were used. And yeah, so like $15 for 30 for both, for them combined, for 40 new patterns. I mean, that's less than $1 a pattern. Yeah, right. That doesn't happen nowadays. All right, next one is, again, I was watching Suki, the brown-eyed stitcher, and she has started the Bella Filipina Mayari, Deity of the Moon. And I have a few Bella Filipinas that are coming in that I've wanted to do. Mermaids especially, I love mermaids. But I saw this one, I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. And then there's a sun one too. So I'm like, okay, I'm a series person, so I have to do the sun one also. But so I've got that one, Bella Filipina. And this one's so cute and so beautiful. And so I'm gonna be doing this one at some point. Thanks to watching Suki. She started hers. So, very excited. And then this last one was just one that I found. My mother competes in cowboy dressage, and they like to dress up when they do their competitions. And so this one just kind of spoke for my mom entirely. It is Autumn Stroll by Cross Stitching Art. And it's so pretty. And they don't dress up like this. Like, they wear the split skirts so that they can actually sit in the saddle. But the whole point is to kind of look like the old Western days. And yeah. So this one I picked up and I thought it was really pretty. So I'm excited to do that one. So let's see, I went through my finish, went through my projects, went through my haul. And let's go ahead and jump into some future plans that I have for stitching. So since I finished up the Merry Christmas, I have a spot to fill in my 9 samplers. And I am waiting to fill it. Trying to wait. It's been very difficult because I'm like, I could kit up another kit right now. But next week when I go to the Shepherd's Bush with my sweet little grandmother, we are going to be picking up a pattern there, kitting it up there, and then in the hotel we're going to be starting it together, and it's going to be our travel piece that we start up since we went to this together. So that is going to take the spot of my Merry Christmas in my 9 samplers. So I don't get to actually start up a new one yet out of my stash. I'll be getting one while we're at the store, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But I'm gonna let myself start a new Heaven and Earth design with Alara. Alara found my first floss tube, and we've been following each other on Instagram, and she and I started talking. We had a lot of patterns in common. I sent her a picture. She's like, I got that and that. And so we settled on one that we want to do a stitch along. And I was so excited when I recommended it. I'm like, let's do a stitch along. And she's like, and then while I was waiting for her reply, I'm like, what am I doing? A stitch along. When am I ever going to finish this? Because it's not going to be my rotation. I'm like, and then she's like, well, let's do a start along. I'm like, there we go. Let's do that. So we're going to be doing a start along. And if you guys want to join in, we don't have an official hashtag yet, but I think maybe we could do like hashtag Crystal Garden SAL, because that's what we're doing. Crystal Garden by Rose Con. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is so beautiful. I love horses. I love horses. And she does too, and these ones I've had for a while, and they're so pretty. And yeah, so we're going to be starting this June 5th, and what we're going to do is at each 5th of every month, we'll work on it again, so we at least get 1 day worked on this project at a time. That doesn't mean that we're limited to just 1 day. If we want to go crazy and work on it every single day, hey, that's fine. But as long as we're working on it once throughout the month, then some progress will be made, even if it's like 10 stitches or 100 stitches, who knows. But so that's what we're going to be doing starting this June 5th. So if you guys want to join us, which would be really fun, then go get your pattern, get everything set up, and June 5th we'll be starting. And make sure to use the hashtag so that we can see all who starts it with us, and just know that you guys might finish it before we do. That's okay. But yep, so I'm really excited about this, and it's gonna be really fun. This is my first stitch along I've ever done, and yeah, and it's with Alara, so it's exciting. I'm really excited, even though I have plenty to do as it is. But that's okay. So June 5th, we'll be starting Crystal Garden together. And yeah, I think that's all I have stitchy-wise. So if all you want is just the stitching stuff, thank you for watching. Thanks for checking out what I've got, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. if you want to hear a little bit about what's going on in my personal life, hang out, because I've got three big things I'm gonna tell you about that again, I'm really excited. I use excited a lot because I'm always excited because I'm happy. So hey, thanks for sticking around to hear about my personal life. Let's get started. First thing, we had a little baby born. I'll show some pictures, some more pictures apart from just this one. We had a little foal, which is a baby horse, born yesterday, and these are Shetland ponies, and these are going to go to either my sons or my sister's sons. This little foal, and it's a little colt, which means it's a boy, and he's so cute, and he was born today, and we have one more little Shetland mare that is expecting, but we don't know if it's a false pregnancy or what, so we're still waiting to see if that one's actually going to come through. Then next, we're gonna get pigs. I'm really excited for the pigs. I'll give you a little backstory because I don't remember how much I explained in my last video, but my parents bought 95 acres in Cottonwood, and my sister and my family are going to be moving onto this land, and we're going to do our best to create a self-sustaining homestead. And I already raised meat rabbits, and so now I am really excited to introduce in pigs. My sister's the gardener. She's got green thumb. She can get anything to grow. My mother has a good mix of both. She can grow good in the garden, and she's also really good with animals. I am mainly just animals. I struggle to keep my houseplant alive. So I mainly do the animals. So I've been wanting pigs for a while, and we are going to get Idaho pasture pigs, or IPPs, and we'll be picking up our first gilt this next week. While I'm down in Boise, I'll be picking up our gilt and a couple feeder pigs, which are ones that we just grow out and then we'll process and we'll have bacon. So yeah, we're gonna go pick up this little gilt, which is a girl, and then in July I've got a boar, the boy, and another gilt that I'll be picking up. So I'll have a breeding trio of Idaho pasture pigs, and I love these pigs, and they're supposed to be so nice and so sweet and come up to you like a dog, and they want you to rub their belly and stuff. So I'm really excited because one of my concerns with pigs is they can be extremely aggressive. And so that's why we went with this breed of pig, because I want my boys to be able to go in and pet them and feed them and take care of them and play with the babies and stuff, so the little piglets. And yeah, so I'm going to be picking those up next week, and I might go ahead and have some pictures to show you when I do Flosstube number 3. We'll see. I am going to also try to film a little bit of the process of picking up them, and that is going to go in a folder for when, in probably towards the end of the year, when my mother and I start a homesteading I almost said Flosstube. It's not Flosstube. A homesteading YouTube channel on the journey of us starting this homestead from scratch, basically. So that I will try to do my best to film some things and then put it in the file for later in the year when we take it out. Third thing is the cross stitch star. So I guess this is stitchy, but it's still also personal life type of thing. But I am taking my grandmother next week to go to the Shepherd's Bush. I've never been to a cross stitch store before. I'm very excited for it. And my grandmother has been looking forward to it for half a year now since we planned it. And I am going to do my best again to film me going picking her up, us going through the store, stitching at the hotel, and I'm going to do a mini Flosstube at the hotel where my grandma's going to be bringing the stuff she's working on and some of her finishes, and just kind of then introducing you to the woman that really got me into stitching, and letting you see my sweet little grandmother, because whenever I talk about her I'll say my sweet little grandma. Because she's tiny. She's short. She's gonna be mad at me for saying that, but yeah. So you guys will get to meet her. I don't know if I'm going to do a separate little video, like a travel vlog instead of a floss tube, or if I'm just going to throw it into my floss tube number 3 and it might just be a long video. We'll see how much footage I get, how much I want to put out, but I'm thinking it's going to be its own separate little video so that in case people don't want to see that, that's fine, they don't have to. And they could just see my progress on my stitching. Whatever it comes out to be, I'm really excited for you guys to come along with me, see my shock and awe, see my wonderful little grandma, and just get to know me and my family a little bit more and my inspiration for stitching. So that's all the personal stuff I got. It's been wet and dreary outside, so I haven't really been able to do a whole lot. I need to fix some rabbit roofs. But yeah, that's what I've got going on in my life. Thank you guys again so much for coming and watching my video. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I will have links for all the Flosstubers that I spoke about down below. And if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. And yeah, thanks so much for stopping by again to watch this video. And I hope that you make every moment count and just enjoy your life. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.